there's like 2 regular cameras. Has a small device.
How are you guys doing? You know this is being officially recorded.
Yeah, you should probably look at it later.
It's not a special...
Well, they might want a crappy version.
So, right.
If you want a nice
for
shaky
posterity, right. It's crappy, but I did it.
So we're here with Emmy nominees, Keegan Michael and Julia.
Thank you.
And I think I speak for everyone here when I say, you selfish bastards, how dare you stop making a show we love?
But see, here's the thing. Everybody in this room is going to thank us in 2 years. Because if we kept making the show, I'm telling you this is what would happen. In 2 years, you'd all be in your living rooms going, remember when it was good? Remember when it was good? Season 5 is right when it was good. And then they did that. They were right here for about the first 2 episodes. And then they just was like,
that's like Robert Downey Jr. and your Val Kilmer.
Yes, Val Kilmer, and you gotta meet in the middle. But you never know that meet in the middle moment's gonna happen. That's the problem.
That's right.
That was a happy circumstance.
You're on a Kilmer trajectory. If we gone another year.
Our standards aren't that high. I think you might be over. Anyway, I don't like that you're putting your creative needs above our need to post your videos on Facebook and seem cool. So,
well, maybe we can, okay, for Vanity Fair, we'll do 2 more seasons.
Here's the thing, though. We are doing movies now. We've got a movie called Keanu that's gonna come
in April of 2016. Yeah.
And it's about a kitten that gets kidnapped by a gang. And
which one of you plays the kid?
No.
I tried. I begged him to play the kid.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I would have had to been a kitten throughout, the whole time, like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. Jordan, I was just wondering, you need a ride home?
Yeah.
This would have been that.
Yeah. I got a Sandy tongue. But no, this is basically, it is like the most expensive kitten video of all time. And it's a masterpiece, and it was directed by Peter Atencio.
Peter Atencio, who directed all of our sketches. Not all of our sketches, but the majority of our sketches.
Vast majority.
And really, it looks beautiful. And our supporting cast is amazing. And I think it's going to be, it's a lot of fun. We've seen a couple cuts of it already, and it's going in exactly the direction we want it to go in, which is funnier and funnier every time we see it. And so, yeah, hopefully this thing will be a big fat smash.
They said the valets would like it.
The valets, I think, would like this movie. The only difference is that the 2 stars of this movie are African American, and all the movies of the valets, like, they're always the biggest A-list white guys.
The valets love white action stars.
They love it. That Ralphie Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes.
So I'm not ready to let go of the show yet, and I did want to say, so let's say the Library of Congress started a national registry of sketches, and they were building it with 100 of the greatest American sketches, and Lorne Michaels would use his power to grab the top 99. But let's say there was 1 slot left. Which sketch would each of you choose to preserve for posterity?
That's a great question.
Honestly,
I like the Lorne Michaels nuance in there.
I like that. This will probably sound like a boring answer. I do think the substitute teacher sketch is one of the most perfect sketches it's ever existed.
There are 84 million hits on YouTube.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And that's just one of those. There's a few sketches where every single element came together and it worked, and it was even funnier and more real a world than we had ever even intended.
Yeah, we had no idea that was going to happen. It wasn't. To be honest, it was not. As we were releasing sketches, it was like a secondary sketch. We went, no, we can put the substitute teacher one up. That's pretty strong. We didn't have any idea this was going to happen. Then of course you realize later, oh, everybody has a teacher. Everybody in the world's going to school. This might resonate with everybody. But then, yeah, so there's that one. But then I will have to go back to season 1. If I was going to try to put a sketch that I thought was funny, but also encapsulates who we are, I think I would put Phone Call in there.
The very first sketch.
Because it's a sketch that works on a human level, but it's so specific to who you and I are. And it would be that or bitch, I think, because that has,
I wanted to ask you about the very end of the show.
Yeah.
Was that always intended that would be the end?
From the first day, 4 years ago, we planned this. We planned changing formats. No, we did.
It was not. It was literally an idea someone brought up in the room when we changed the format to the driving car interstitial aesthetic. Yeah, and someone was like, you know, and then we were just in the room, and someone was like, and then you guys pull over and you go, bitch, and we're like, oh, that's it. That is it. Yeah.
And the license plates, the noise license plates.
Yeah, I didn't even some little details of the show. We don't even know they're coming until we get.
And so we're in the editing bay. We're sitting in the editing bay going, oh, that's clever.
Noise.
Well, that's noise.
Yeah.
So if you had to get stuck in a character, if you know, like your face is going to freeze like that, which character would each of you choose to be stuck as?
Well, I think we all know who I'm going to be. That went okay. That went okay. I'm expecting more applause.
Give it up for Wendell.
Wendell is the character I'm afraid I am becoming one day at a time.
I think that I would. You know the character he plays named Levi? You know, Levi and Cedric, the two guys who get high all the time, and he's got cockamamie ideas. I think I would just love to have that guy's face. Because he's always just completely relaxed. Because he's,
Wait, you're going for my character?
yes, for one of your character's faces. It's just any character, any character.
That's true.
You both have very distinct characters, but in a few sketches it seems like you could have each taken either part. For example, the dentist sketch. Well, I guess I'm done being a dentist.
I could not have done that. You're wrong. Do you guys know the sketch you're talking about? Where I'm in the dentist chair and I shut my eyes to get.
Because I'm putting him under with the laughing gas, and then the camera pans over, and I think I'm just wearing fishnets and a ball
gag.
And a
ball gag.
And I have clamps on my nipples, yes. And I turn around because I was going to gas him, and then he wakes up because I've not administered enough gas, and I just go, all right, well, it's fun being a dentist. And I shuffle out of the room. But yes.
Did you ever flip a coin, or was it always?
No, I was 100% ready to do that sketch. 100% ready to.
Keegan does a lot of athletics. So when it comes to the nudity, it's a pretty easy. There's no coin flip.
If anybody's scantily clad, it's me. If anyone's jumping out of a window or running into a wall, it's typically me. Except for when you're playing a gangster, when you're playing the choke. You ran when we had the garbage can. You ran into the wall.
That was running into a wall with a garbage can over my head was
that's his department. Yeah.
That's the extent of my stunt work.
So you have such wide appeal. I'm sure when people approach you, it's very broad demographics. When someone starts to tell you, my favorite sketch is, do you ever have an instinct what they're going to say now? Like, can you profile your fans?
I'm not good at that. I'm not good.
I actually think I can.
Okay, well, let's try it. Let's try it.
I think I can typically. Oh, that was a lie. I was actually lying to look good.
Let's test it with this woman here.
Hello.
You can ask her a couple of questions.
No questions needed.
Okay, can I just jump in? Megan.
Well, what do you think of Megan and Andre?
Megan and Andre is what we're saying.
Okay, well, she didn't say it like that, so
she's giving us a clue. So this is not us 100% intuiting.
You know, there's 300, so we'll be here for a while. Has to do with the phone. Oh, the text message.
The text message sketch. Oh, the text message sketch is your favorite sketch. Okay. We got it on no guesses.
All right. Well, you know, thank you for participating. Ladies and gentlemen, her. You know, one of the coolest, most rewarding things about this show for me is that, you know, every fan seems to have a different favorite sketch. And that to me is, you know, I couldn't have hoped for that, because it seems kind of far-fetched. But everybody, I'm constantly surprised. You know, you'll get, you know, people of all ages liking things they shouldn't be liking. And it's just always a pleasant surprise.
Another thing that's really wonderful, I love it when a father and his teenage son, or a mother and her teenage son or daughter, come up to us and say, "We watch your show together." That's the best part. And I feel okay with teenagers.
Yeah.
It's weird when they're 12. You know what I mean? You know, Cunnilingus class was our favorite sketch. Me and little Daphne here. Daphne.
I was hoping we could play a little game here. Yeah, 3 rounds. It's a game I assume everyone knows. It's called Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Yep.
And we'll do each of you. So the first 3 are Wendell, Megan, and Luther. Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
Wow.
Boy,
You
okay.
make them tough.
Okay. So
Don't get weird, Keith.
I won't.
Don't get weird.
I'm gonna fuck Luther.
Weird, but I'm okay with that.
I would marry Wendell because he would see to all my needs, because he wouldn't believe that I would want someone like him, right? So then I would just be completely selfish. I'm being a selfish sociopath right now. And then you just have to kill Megan on principle, because it's a horrible excuse for a human being. So yeah.
And then for me, yeah, I would probably marry Luther, because then I have somebody to fuck people up for me if I'm walking down the street, something goes wrong, I would
wait for these 2.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to, was marry and kill? No, okay, fuck and kill, okay. So, I'd put Wendell out of his misery. And Megan, that hot bitch. She's mine.
Oh my God.
All right, the next round is Georgina, Esther, and Satan.
All right.
Yes.
So you double team Georgina and Esther. Then you throw Esther on the wayside and marry Georgina.
No, that sounds like a big or 5-something. That sounds like orgy. Yeah.
Right, and kill Satan.
Now, when you were in full makeup, wig, and costume, did you ever catch a glimpse of yourself and have a strong reaction, either positive or negative?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's weird because every character kind of comes together in the last moment.
That's true.
And sometimes we'll rehearse something with a whole, one voice and thought about the character, and then in the last second, the hair and makeup will go on, and this other character will emerge. What's that classic one that you
Oh,
created?
the pawn shop.
Oh, the pawn shop.
Yeah. And now that one did startle me, because I forgot after being in makeup so long that I looked the way I looked.
Yeah.
So when I went back to my trailer, it was like, son of a bitch! Because you forget that you look like that. But I was sitting in the makeup trailer with the woman who does her hair, the amazing Amanda Mofield, and we were sitting there, and we were like, what's his voice? And I was like, originally his voice was going to be something a little bit like this. That was going to be his voice. And then we were like, rehearsing the script, it's not working. We're not getting to the punchline moments fast enough. And somehow in the chair, as we were looking at the hair, he went from this guy, kind of turned to this guy. And then she threw the wig away and got a different wig. And then, so we created the look of the character and the sound of the character while we were in the trailer. And we've done that numerous times. I've seen her putting hair on you and cutting the hair, and then you going, no, but he's gonna be kind of like. And then it's like a duet. It's literally like a duet. Yeah.
But would you look at yourself with the okay woman and think, you looked hot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, bitch. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. my favorite thing about playing women is everything. I just love. I find it. I find it somehow liberating to be able to look fly. You know. I mean, as a guy, I'm a 4. As a girl, it's... I do like it, though. I do like it.
Look at those lips. I mean, come on. I mean, look at those are amazing. Those are amazing lips.
This is changing subjects. Can we get out of here? It'll be very uncomfortable.
Well, we are here for the Emmys, and I was curious what you thought your chances of winning. You're up for Outstanding Variety Sketch Show, and I was curious what you thought your chances were.
Ooh, chances.
What are our chances?
You know, that's tough. You know,
It's, well,
chances is tough. You know, we honestly, I don't know about you, but I kind of put it all out of my mind. Tell myself, chances are 0. You don't want to get the place on your mantle ready for a gold statue and then come home at the end of the night. You want to enjoy yourself. So,
You can just put the Scotch bottle there.
Put the Scotch bottle and the Goldschlager. And, but yeah, I think, when you have those teenage years where, you feel kind of like an outsider and you sort of, this is usually what makes people become a comedian at some point. You kind of feel like it doesn't quite click, and I guess everyone has that awkward time, but you sort of internalize this idea that you'll never really win in the end. So that's why we're constantly pushing through, and it's one of the reasons we're moving to the next stage of our careers. Is I'm personally afraid of just getting satiated and getting tired and plateauing. I always want to be doing something else and pushing it. So I think it's kind of against my my nature to assume we're going to get some kind of award.
we're going to win.
Wow.
Now, most likely, we're going to win in our hearts. Because then I don't think I have the facts right. I think SNL is like 42-0. So I don't know. We'll see.
I'll tell you this. Exactly 25 years ago, SNL was up against In Living Color. And who won?
Tell me. We do not know. You know what my assumption is.
In Living Color took out both
won.
Tracy Ullman and SNL.
That's right.
Really
And if SNL doesn't win, my fear is, of course, then it's I can't believe I'm going to say it anyway. Then what happens is it's the blacks against the women is what's going to happen. Right. It's us and Amy.
And I'll say two things to that, which is Obama beat Hillary.
And what's the second thing?
That was it.
That was incendiary, but still, it just is what it is. It just is what it is.
No, it's true. So Game of Thrones, is it really your jam?
They're gonna win. Don't say what?
And did you get to meet them at any of the parties? Did you meet Khaleesi?
No, we did. I met Amelia.
I remember.
By meet her, you mean saw her walk by?
Today, I met Lena today.
Yes.
You're brilliant. And then I just made a fool of myself as she walked by. So.
All different heights, the cast, though.
Lots of different dynamic heights.
And GOC doing a lot of this. I met Peter Dinklage, the Dinkles.
The Dinkles?
Straight Dinkles. See here? No. But I met him, and he told me he's a fan of the show, and he's got just one of the most hilarious senses of humor.
He's pretty fun. He's a real sharp guy. Yeah. And you met Penelope Weiss.
And I did. And that was a real dream come true. And those guys, they're not, you know, you always picture Benioff and Weiss looking like Merlin and Gandalf or something. They're not. They're just a couple dudes.
Yeah.
They might be here today.
And you wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know.
So I have a question about your personal lives. Your wife, Cynthia, is
My
here.
wife is here, yes.
Yes. Your girlfriend is not here, but let's say you were all at a double date in a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And it caught on fire. You could only save one person. Who would each of you save?
That's a really good question.
Wait, so 3 of us are going to be consumed by flames? Or 2 will be consumed by flames?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm saving Cynthia. I'm saving Cynthia. Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's easy. She's here.
Honey, no, that would be the answer to the question, no matter what. No matter what.
I would turn. I'm sure. I have a feeling I would turn and I would no longer have a girlfriend. She would have saved her own damn ass.
She's pretty goddamn tough. She's so fucking tough. She just blow the fire out.
Yeah.
She's like, you're not getting me. Bitch. That's what she would do.
So that would lead me to save the busboy.
So I have one more question, and then I think we'll throw it open if others have questions. So actually, Keegan, this is for you.
Yes.
In many sketches, like Fasten Your Seatbelt and aerobics, Jordan looks at you with utter contempt in his eyes. Do you think he's really that good an actor?
God, I hope so. I don't know what it is. Fasten your seat. Oh, yes, fasten. What's happening is, this is a thing that we do with each other. We try to show as much contempt. It makes us laugh.
Yeah.
So there are sketches where like, this is one. You know, just look at him in the makeup chair. It's on today. Which just means we're going to try to make each other laugh. We're really going to try to waste the director's time today. Yep. Because we're the boss, so we get to do that. And so the contempt is what makes me giggle, and he knows that when he squares his eyes up like that, that's my kind of acting. You take off a bit.
I mean, I'm obsessed with, you know, those unlikable characters and you know, just you know. There's something kind of cathartic about me to sort of put my worst qualities out there. And that's how we got Wendell.
And get paid for it. And then you get paid for it on top of it. So it's like exercising the
You get paid for it. It's like, yeah, it's my therapy is the show, you know.
Well, I think you need to feel a connection, whether it's love or utter contempt.
Yes,
There's a connection.
You gotta play all the facets.
Yeah. No, but it's after, if I can just add, you know, at the very end here, you know, you never really get this opportunity to work with a guy who's, you know, not only the best performer in the world that I've ever worked with, but you know, this, you know, you can tell. I think he kind of radiates a certain positivity. You can see it here. Just 100% of the time. Keegan brings in such amazing, positive, creative energy, and it makes me, misty and goosebumpy.
You got the goosies?
And I got
What a lovely thing for him to say.
well, yeah,
Well, then that makes him the best actor in the world.
And now,
show that kind of contempt. Yeah.
and now Keegan.
Yes. These last 5 years.
10. We've known each other for 10.
I'm sorry. Okay, right. In the 10 years that I've known Jordan, I just the attitude on the set. What did you say? What did you say?
The attitude on the set.
Just lots of positive energy. I can't think of anybody more. And just the acumen and the raw gifts that God gave him as a writer, as a producer,
All right,
as a collaborator,
that's starting to sound
painter,
sarcastic.
marionette. No, marionetteer.
Marionetteer. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Ask some questions.
Audience questions? I love it.
Oh, this one's right here.
Okay.
Somebody here. And then you're second.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Okay,
You're-
you're first.
You guys sort
She's
it
gonna
out.
jump on there. You got some fight.
At the same time.
Probably the same question. Like, when you guys first started doing the sketch show, it's so amazing, and thank you for doing it and thank you for being here. What were your influences when you first started the show, and what were your influences toward the end?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. One big thing we talk about Living Color and Chappelle all the time at the beginning, and Mitchell and Webb. Do you know the show Mitchell and Webb?
Yes.
So these were the three shows that we were talking about a lot. We have tons of influences.
Of course, SNL is why all comedians get in the game.
Want to do this, yeah, and then that's ubiquitous in everybody and all comedians' mind. But we talk about it at the beginning. I'm trying to think at the end. And
Catherine Tate show, you know.
Catherine Tate show. Lots of. We talking about a lot about character stuff, kind of the template that you see on Saturday Night Live. But then it started, I feel, like it started moving more toward kind of David Brent territory, The Office territory. Like, so one of our rules is writing the most grounded thing you can, so everybody's watching you and going, oh my God, I do that. Real actual humans do that, and then the scene goes, you know. So every single scene. But so I mean, also
the state.
Oh, the state,
Mr. Show, you know. So
Mr. Show definitely. Yeah.
We definitely said, look, we're huge fans of sketch. Let's take all our favorite things about all our favorite sketch shows and try and make one show out of it. And I think.
No, I think that we achieved some goals that we set out to do. There are times when there are sketches that are really, really character based, and there are times where there are sketches where the writing is, sometimes our writers just a home run, and then there's sketches where both things coalesce, and that's good too, you know? So I think, yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but I feel like that grounded thing is a thing that was germinating in the first two seasons and really became a staple of Key and Peele in seasons 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. Yes, dear.
First of all, Jordan, Keegan, I love you guys to death.
Thank you.
How was it, Keegan, when you got the call from Obama, or if it was a call, to actually be his anger translator? Like, I know this, but what was that?
Well, the thing is that there had been some prep for it, because when we met him here in 2012, and we got to sit and talk with him about 8 to 10 minutes. It felt like forever, which was amazing. And in his schedule, that is forever, to be able to spend 10 minutes with him. And he said,
I'm gonna need Luther. I need him.
That's what he said.
It's gonna have to wait till the second term.
So he said that, and everybody, of course, in the room then takes that seriously. So we had discussed doing something in 2013 and in 2014, and the schedules just didn't work out. And then my wife and I went to the White House holiday party, and one of his writers came up and said, "If I call you, do you think you could do this?" I said, "If we can do it, are you kidding me? I would murder another human being to do it." You know, I'm not saying who, but and then that was it. And then like 2 weeks out, wasn't it about 2 weeks before we went? It was crazy. It was like, here's the script, give us some notes. And I was like, oh, okay. And my manager's like, yeah, so I guess we're doing this? Like, you're flying? Yeah, so it was, there was a sense that it could happen, which like Jordan was saying about the Emmys, like, well, you're not gonna win. We're not gonna win. And so, does that answer your question? Yeah, it was just, so I was shocked, but I would have been more shocked if it had come out of the blue. The most shocked ever was when you called me in Louisiana and was like, bitch. This dude is going to be on Fallon tonight talking about us. That was the surprise. Yes, yeah. Purple. Yeah.
First of all, love you. Okay. Second of all, I'm a writer, and my question to you guys are, how closely do you guys work with the writers on your staff, and what do you guys do when you have writer's block, if you do?
How closely do we work with the writers on our staff? So, I mean, the answer is very close. We have 6 writers.
Two more showrunners.
2 showrunners
and 6 writers. Yeah.
And it's it's a total collaboration. It really is. I think all our favorite things are are done with some masterful collaborations. And yeah, this will be basically us in a room. Everybody comes up with ideas. We pitch ideas at each other. We all talk. It's all seasoned improvisers. So we make sure that initial session is just there's no wrong idea. There's no. It's just a real. It's in the movie.
Would you take those sessions?
Maybe we should have done that. we did not take those sessions.
Too late.
But the cream always rose to the top, and the stuff that was too obscure would fall away. And the shortest answer to your question is as close as creators and writers can write together. It's just one big team.
Did you ever shoot anything that the network refused to air?
It was the opposite. There were a couple of things that we kind of came up with, and the network said, "You got to do that." And we're like, maybe let's just think about it. I can't remember what. Yeah. It's funny because there are times when I can't think of the origin of an idea or who came up with the origin of the idea, and I think that's the most collaborative you can be is when you say, "Oh, what knows? I can't remember." It's something he'll remember better than I can, but it's good. But it's good, I think, to not know. To go, the group wrote this sketch.
Yeah, I mean, there can be, and it can happen any way. It can be, one of us goes and just writes a sketch, and then that's that, or two people can pair up, or the whole team can pair up. It's kind of whatever the sketch needs, it'll get that attention.
And since the show ended, though, have there been moments where you said, "Oh, that had a great idea," or, on it in the clock that you just wish you could comment on?
It hasn't happened for me.
It's happened for me a couple of times. A couple of things have come my way, but I always feel like we'll figure that out. If the idea keeps, if it's an evergreen idea and it keeps, we'll just do it later. We'll do it we'll just do it later. It's some juncture in time. Yeah. But it hasn't happened to you yet.
It hasn't really happened.
Well, you've been working on your movies so much. I think you've been tunnel vision in there too.
Tunnel vision.
Jordan's working on a film right now that he has written and that he's going to produce and direct. It's a horror film, which is actually the thing that he enjoys most, almost, I think, more than most things, more than comedy. He's a horror connoisseur, loves horror. I can't wait to see the movie because he knows every genre, all the subgenres within horror. So his movie is actually very special. And it's going to be different than a lot of horror movies. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. No. Big yellow bus special, right?
Okay, please. I know that the show is over, but can I get one more pussy on the chain wax? The chain wax.
I like the way she said
the way she one more pussy on the chain wax. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. I mean, the thing is that it's like there's a lot of places we could have been tonight, and those places would have been the shit.
So that would have been the shit.
But we came here to Vanity Fair.
And this
whole thing, this crowd right here, this joint that's happening right here, y'all are just putting the pussy on the chain wax.
All right, so you can withhold the name.
Withhold the name.
But what has been your most awkward or funny celebrity run?
I will not whistle. Awkward celebrity encounter?
Oh, yes.
Mine, okay, this is mine. I have to tell this, and I will not withhold the name. This is my wife's favorite story. This is her favorite story. So I was at my agent's having a meeting, and Mads Mikkelsen from Hannibal walks down the stairs, and I'm a huge Hannibal fan. And usually, for me, it's just athletes. If it's athletes, I'm like, but other actors are just people that do what you do, Mads Mikkelsen goes down the stairs. I'm like, oh my God, that was Mads Mikkelsen. And my agent, he's out the door. He's like, Tom, Keegan wants to meet Mads. Bring Mads back. Like, I don't need to meet Mads. And so I go downstairs and I'm not prepared. I'm not ready to meet Mads. I turn the corner and Mads is looking really fly. He's got some Pumas on and some jeans and this cool, motorcycle thing. It looks like a young African American male. It was really strange. You're from Denmark, right? But anyway, so I walk up to him and I shake his hand and I go, Mads, it's really an absolute pleasure to meet you. My wife and I, we enjoy your work so much. It's just exquisite. And thank you so much. I should have stopped right there. Right there is when I should have stopped. And I said, your work is so exquisite. Thank you. Thank you so much. Merci. He's not French. So I did the one thing I didn't want to do in front of a European. Show them how stupid Americans are. You're from Europe, you must speak French.
Yeah.
And I didn't just say merci, I leaned in and I was like, merci.
But you were basically the character that you played.
Yeah, unbelievable. And then he said, I played him in Continental Breakfast.
Even if he was French, that would have been awkward. Even if he was...
He was very sweet. He said, Darianne. He said, Darianne. He said, you're welcome in French. Which didn't help, because she's laughing her ass off right now. She's saying it's the funniest fucking thing that ever happened.
You both took French in high school. That's
I didn't. I used the one French word I knew, which was not apropos to the discussion. Just tell the guy you like the show, and go on your merry way, Keegan. Merci.
That's better than what I got. I don't got any.
You had operative.
Can you think of one? I don't know.
Well,
I'm pretty smooth.
I guess you didn't have an awkward moment with Liam. Nothing with Liam.
With Liam?
No, I guess not. With Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson?
You're just like, don't people come up to you?
Yeah.
You were like, don't people come up to you and ask you for pictures? And you say, oh, that's what happened.
Do people call you Liam Neeson?
Yes, it happens quite often. Actually, do.
Great.
So that's our fault.
So do you want to riff or something?
I thought we were riffing.
So funny.
Is this not repartee?
I haven't even had a drink yet. Yes, dear.
Sounds like there's a shred of truth in a great comedy. Are there any particular truths that you were trying to convey to your audience that you feel like you're really focused on?
She says there's a shred of truth in comedy.
Kernel of truth.
And is there any particular truth that you like to focus on? It's a really good question.
That's a great question. From a non-socioeconomic thing, part of our dynamic very often, there were very often times where if I was playing a straight man in a scene, the kernel of truth is that Jordan is simply playing, his role is simply my dog.
Now when he says straight man, we should clarify. He means in the comedic sense,
yes.
There's like the wacky guy and the guy who's playing it straight.
Because yes, I did play.
You don't always play the straight
characters on the show as well. But he would be playing my dog, who passed me last year, Levi, because he would watch me interact with my dog. He literally had a character named Levi, and all I'm doing is getting frustrated because my dog never listened to me. Do an impersonation of me talking to Levi. Or do you want me to do Levi?
Well, you want me to be you?
He's like when you impersonate me.
And it's just Levi. Let's go.
Yeah, one time we went over to his house and his dog had just got sprayed by a skunk the day before, and awful. And he was sad about it. And my impression of Keegan is basically Coach Hines. But we got home and you opened the gate and Levi ran straight out to the skunk.
I was just like, Levi, you got it! God damn it! This is not a fucking cat.
If you notice, there's nothing funnier than Keegan angry. This is why the Coach Hines and the substitute teacher is just so funny. Is because we all have anger in there somewhere, but I rarely get to see him angry at all. So when I get to see him doing angry or playing angry, it's just it's my favorite thing in the world.
And I think the other thing is that there are certain social things because one of my favorite sketches ever will be white person hoodie. We call it white guy hoodie or white hoodie, where he's walking down the street, he's in a white neighborhood, and it's clearly like a gated community. It's very reminiscent of Trayvon Martin. And what's so clever about the sketches, it's those truths too that you can't ignore them. It's just, hey, all this stuff's been happening in our country since the second we were founded, but now we have cameras, so we see it happening all the time. And it's just, what's the best way? What's the best way to make a spoonful of sugar make the medicine go down? Because that's what satire is. All satire is a spoonful of sugar making the medicine go down. So that you go, so that you know what I mean? Well,
if you laugh, you will think about and justify what was in there that made you laugh.
Yeah, it makes you laugh. That's what, when you giggle, then you have to think about it more.
You gotta face the truth.
That you laughed at.
So if you're watching the white guy hoodie sketch and it hits you, then it doesn't matter what side of being a racist motherfucker you are or not.
So, it's just clever. It's like if you were a racist motherfucker, you'd go, that is what they should do.
That is what they should do. I recommend that for them.
I recommend them doing that. Why is he from New York? I don't know.
If you can get a laugh and a gasp at the same time, which there's that short sketch with the tail where you're...
Yes, when I'm sitting Poitier, or that one? Yeah.
Yes, and that one actually made me gasp at the reveal.
That is the best compliment you can get. If someone laughs and gasps at the same time, then you've really done, you've hit the pinnacle of what comedy can do. Of course we can just belly laugh, and people can fall over, or pick up poop by accident or something like that. We all giggle at a real primal level. But if we can do, that's a good thing. If you can laugh and gasp simultaneously, then we're really doing our job. Yeah.
So, should we, we'll take one more from a guy.
So I was a huge Mad TV fan growing up, and I just wanted to know what your experience was like on that show versus Key and Peele, and what you kind of take, because they're obviously very different formats, live versus scripted, but what was the difference in your experience in places?
Well, definitely on Mad TV. Mad TV always felt like, it felt much more like theater, like we were doing a play. And you would have about a week to rehearse what was going to happen. We did pre-tape bits on the show, but quite a lot of the stuff was live. And so you're getting that instant feedback from the audience, and so you can modulate and change and fix in the moment. And Key and Peele, of course, we don't look at them as sketches, we look at them as small films, short little 3 to 6 minute films. So it's there's always a certain amount of trepidation when you're doing it, because you just have no sense of how it's going to laugh. The only gauge you have is the crew. If the crew can't keep the camera straight, or they're dropping things, or they're running away, you're probably in good shape,
And I would also say, being sketch performers and improvisers before we got on any show. For me, there's you have this little bit of frustration when you get on a show that has this established voice. And you kind of have to fit into that world. And it was a real challenge, and it taught me how to write very well, because I kind of had to write my way on the show. And so Key and Peele, I think for both of us feels like the show, the sketches in the show that we couldn't do
on the other show.
There were literally some sketches that they wouldn't do, that were our sort of sensibility, that kind of maybe a little more subtle or ponderous, or even kind of melancholy
or absurd.
I don't think
the businessman sketch.
The businessman sketch.
There are some, because and you have no power. There's this sense of going, oh, this is not. Like you said, it's not our voice. It's not a sense of what we want to do. Or sitting at a table read and laughing at everything that I would write, or that he would write, that didn't include me. I'd be laughing at those things and just say, we gotta pick that one, and they wouldn't pick that one. And so if we don't pick a sketch, we would think it'd be for a reason that we, it's not selling the right way, or just different sensibilities.
But if we hadn't done that show, I don't know if we would have had such an articulated sense of what we.
It was sort of like the Beatles in Germany.
Yeah.
You banked your 10,000
You did 10,000,
hours.
the Hamburg effect. Yeah, you did. But it also honed what our voice was going to be. Like we know that won't be our voice. It'll be something different. Yeah. So like you said, it just keeps getting hammered home for 5 or 6 seasons, and you go, if we were going to do it, what would it be? Yeah.
Wow. Thank you guys.
We have one more round of Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Oh, of course we do. Yes.
All right. These are not the real people, but the impersonations of these people. And we have Neil deGrasse Tyson, Ray Parker Jr., and Steve Urkel.
Oh, I put a little wrinkle in the mix.
I'm sorry,
Steve. Oh,
no, I do think it goes in that.
I think Steve has to go away. Steve's about as bad as Satan.
Leave this house, Steve.
And we met Neil deGrasse Tyson the other day.
At the Creative Arts Emmys, we met him. He's the best.
Pretty sexy MFer.
He is. That guy's got a ton of confidence.
Yeah.
And Bill Nye, did he really hit on your girl?
That's a 100% true story.
It's so awkward and true.
Bill Nye hit on my girlfriend in front of my face. I'm not talking about.
So, what do you got some dinner plans? His girlfriend went, bitch. Froze his ass.
I should have gotten in the way, but I was over there already writing the sketch. I'm like, no. What are you going to do, Bill? What are you going to do? Where are you going for dinner? Best case scenario. Object work. It's called object work. Thank you guys so much.